All right, guys, we just did a pickup. Hey, Papa. From 4 Mile Road neighborhood in Arlington, and we are cutting through Seven Corners area of Arlington, trying to avoid traffic, trying to take some back shortcuts on some of these side roads to get back to the toll road without going through a tremendous amount of traffic. So I'm blessed. I kind of know Arlington pretty well, at least this part of the county. And yeah, we're gonna cut over. So anyway, early morning, we rolling. Get this day started. So prior to this pickup, where's this little beautiful dog at? Right here. Prior to this pickup this morning, I was in a business meeting with a local business group, and we meet every Tuesday for a couple hours in the morning. And this morning was a keynote by myself, right, to basically give an overview of Ridgeside Canine, how it started, blah, blah, blah. And every week, one of the business owners does this. But it really brought up something, man, that it's kind of been on my mind here last little bit, is when it comes to the dog world and dog business and dog companies and blah, 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 is there is a big difference, like measurable, huge difference, right? Listen to what I'm about to say. Huge difference between having an LLC and actually running a business. Apples and oranges difference, right? Why do I say that? In this culture, the dog training culture, it's a little bit unique, right? It's a subset of a business culture. It's tiny. It's, you know, this big on the blip of businesses, dog training, but it is its own culture, and it is its own kind of universe, metaverse within business culture. And the one thing that I think everybody forgets, man, is that we all lean on each other, right? A lot of dog trainers follow dog trainers. If you go to dog trainers' likes and comments, it's oftentimes other dog trainers, not clients, and that's fine, right? But what happens is oftentimes people coming into it, younger people, older people, that part makes sense, but people getting into it forget there's a big difference between saying, hey, I'm a dog trainer, I'm a business owner, I'm an entrepreneur. No, you just have an LLC. Versus people that are running businesses, large businesses, apples and oranges. Why do I say that? Be very careful who you're taking advice from when it comes to dog training business. If it was truly that easy, everybody would do it. If it was truly a for sure thing, everybody would do it. If it was truly just a cash cow, everybody would do it. When you're by yourself and you're a sole proprietor, single ownership LLC, life is relatively easy. You book up your own calendar, and when your calendar's booked, you stop taking reservations. You train dogs, you take off when you want, you train when you want, blah, blah, blah. Those same people that are one-off shows love to give advice to companies that are not one-off. And they love to talk about how companies should do it, what they should do, forget this company, forget that company, blah, blah, blah. What they forget is they've never done it. They've never lived it. They've never experienced it. More importantly, they have no idea what they're talking about. Zero, right? So it's just been on my mind when it comes to the dog stuff, the amount of people that will give dog advice on business-related things that have never actually done it or have no clue what they're talking about is epidemic. Do not be fooled by successful Instagram trainers or successful Facebook trainers. They might be cool people to watch. They might have some nice videos. Maybe you'll learn something. But do not be fooled by people, most of which actually work for somebody else but pretend to be on their own. This is crazy to me. Like, as a business owner, if I had trainers that was perpetrating or flexing as if I'm a one-man show on my own, but yet my brand is providing them the dogs and the content for that growth, that's a major conflict. That's a major problem. But the amount of trainers out there that I guess are borderline embarrassed about who they work for, the brand they work for, what their company is all about. So they work for a company training dogs, taking dogs, but they'll never mention that company. They'll never put that company out there, and they act as if they're one-off successful dog trainers. And it's like, you people wouldn't even know how to establish a Google My Business listing, let alone run a business, right? Payroll and taxes and accounting and legal and HR and hiring and firing and blah, 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 blah. It's a tremendous amount. Don't be fooled. I'm telling you, don't get hoodwinked by people that dress sharp and take pictures of themselves in the mirror and flash expensive stuff. Don't be fooled. I tell some business guys, man, I live in the same cabin I lived in when I was a cop. I have a small cabin in the woods sitting on top of the mountain. I had a hell of a view. The house itself is tiny. I spend money on 2 things. Coffee, and coffee is really coffee and caffeine because we got it all within arm's reach at any one time, and cars. I have 2 addictions, coffee and cars. Outside of that, I'm a pretty frugal person. You'll never see me flexing with watches and jewelry and designer clothes. I wear branded shit. I wear a cheap hoodie that takes me $32 to make, branded, and that's it. Branded, that's it, right? I might drive a nice car here and there, but you know, I grew up pretty poor and with never a nice car, so I like nice cars. But Aaron Taylor doesn't own a car. Ridgeside K9 does. Yeah. So that's it, man. Make sure when you're taking advice, throat got a little dry. Make sure when you're taking advice, getting insight, getting opinions, having overview, having people help you out, make sure it's people that are actually going to contribute in an intelligent, mindful way, that have walked the walk, talked the talk, and done it. Not just people that own an LLC and train a dog here and there. Apples and oranges, man. So that's my little rant on the first part of this little road trip. Small detour. That's all right. That's kind of the story of my life, but it's okay. And the trip, I realized I forgot this very important, very unique checkbook. It's unique and important for a specific reason. But anyway, I gotta drop this dog. Check this out, right? Woke up in Loudoun, had to go to Arlington, dropping this dog in Winchester, and I gotta haul ass to Harrisonburg to meet somebody from Central Virginia who I gotta write a large check to, who's building a building. What building? It probably got the name Ridgeside K9 on it. You know, if I'm writing a check, it's gonna have that name. But there's times when I say my head spins, my head spins. Turn around. Tell your viewing audience what you learned today.
That men always lie.
Men always lie about everything. Say it again.
Men always lie.
Critical. Never believe what the boys here say. Why is that? There was a fan that was off today, and Kendall was told, oh, that fan doesn't work. But you know why the fan was off? Because the switch was turned off. So she could have easily learned to verify everything. Tabby, I'm getting back on the road, but I'm telling the audience one thing that Kendall learned today.
Oh, what is that?
I told Kendall to always remember that men lie about everything.
True.
So she was told today the fan didn't work, and she was told by a man. And she took his word and never verified.
Never trust a man.
When all that happened was you had to turn the switch from off to on, and it would have worked. So it technically was off and not working because it was depowered. All right, guys, I'm getting back on the road. Just dropped the dog off that I picked up, but it's a busy day. Again, trainers repping dogs, clients working with dogs, teaching lessons with dogs, over here swapping out dogs. It's a lot going on. Whew! I'm driving, but I'm not driving. I am driving. It's a Tesla. Never forget that. People always hit me up and say, keep your hands on the wheel. I don't even have a wheel. I have a yoke. See the yoke? And I don't really touch it all that often. The perks. Driving a Tesla for work. Anyway, check this out, man. I can't stress this enough. Loudoun County, woke up. Why did I pick that dog up this morning in Arlington, right on the border of DC? I mean, it's like the Key Bridge and you're in DC, right? So you're like stone's throw. Why did I do that? I don't have to. I don't need to. I could have 100% assigned somebody to do it. Could have 100% asked somebody to do it. But it's critical. The boss helps when we're busy, and we are slammed right now. So being slammed, I can't take a trainer out of the building for 2-hour round trip. I can't ask a trainer at the house to sacrifice their entire afternoon to go do it. So I'll do it. It's all good. But Bluemont to Arlington to Winchester. Now I'm going to Harrisonburg. Why am I going to Harrisonburg? Yeah, we're not going to get totally into detail on that, but it's for a good purpose. Maybe we'll talk about it later. Today is, boop, I possibly may be leaving Harrisonburg. I'm going back to Winchester anyway, grabbing a damn bite suit in Winchester and going out to Fredericksburg to drop it off because of a cane Corso we just took in. But I'm waiting for more intel before we make a decision on how to process that situation. Whew, it was easy. Everybody would do it. I say that all the time, but it's the truth. So continue on. We'll be in Harrisonburg in a minute. Shoot a little vlog of that. And then hopefully some more intel comes in. We figure out how we're going to handle that situation going on in Fredericksburg right now. Let's roll. Catch them off guard. in Harrisonburg, the man, the myth, the legend, talking shop. All right, guys, long day. We're back in Winchester, all over the damn place. Alyssa's taking late checkouts out. We got checkups coming in. We're chilling with Peyton. We just gave him small little money to get some fresh, hot food tonight because it's cold outside. Peyton, give us some. This is the end of the vlog, so give us some wisdom. You guys, I'm not going to repeat what you two morons are up here talking about all night, but that's okay. Give us some appropriate. You can even block on my hat. Alyssa, get over here.
Oh, so we need some wisdom to give.
I want you to give the fans some wisdom to go home with. Send it. These are two college students, by the way. Give us some wisdom.
Don't go walking barefoot in the park at 4 a.m.
This is the problem with employing morons. Give us some actual wisdom, please.
That's good wisdom.
Dog training wisdom. What have you learned
Okay,
today?
dog training wisdom. Hold the leash short so that the dog can't run away.
That's smart. Alyssa, what have you learned today?
Same thing.
Negative. Absolutely not. Something different. Come on. People are going to watch this and think you're slow.
What
Don't-
happens in e-collar?
That's it. Ridgeside K9. All right, guys. Little sneak peek. Just left, and I said it was over, but it's not quite over. I'm actually sitting here getting a fresh charge in a Tesla. Got me some wraps from Old Sheets. Watching a little YouTube on the screen, and kind of how I end some of these days. So it's a late day. I got to get home. I got to get everything there squared away. But topping off the car, grabbing some wraps, watching some YouTube on the economy, that thing that everybody forgets about. It's crazy how many people forget that economics are real. And when you take away all the politics and all the mumbo jumbo and all the nonsense, and you get rid of the parties and all this mess, you forget that economics are real. And people need to wake the hell up right now. I can promise you that.